Over here to your right. Even though you guys don't have official control over it, do you have any plans to lobby harder for changes in referees or education of judges?
You have no idea. You know, we've hired Mark Ratner, who's the most respected man in the business when it comes to that stuff, and you know, I'm serious, it drives me crazy when these guys put so much time and work and effort into training for these fights and going out and fighting like that and then not getting the right call. But I say this all the time, no matter how good we get it, no matter how perfect it is, look how long football's been around, and baseball. There's always bad decisions and bad calls, but the answer is yes. We're working hard to try to get that, to get better referees and get better judging and make sure that these guys, this doesn't happen. It's disheartening.
Do you feel like possibly a movement away from round-by-round scoring and to full fight scoring could help? Or,
God, I don't even want to think about that. I mean, I don't even know how to fix the round-by-round scoring or how this thing should be done. There is a system in place right now, and it's just about, I mean, with me, I mean, everybody can watch a fight and look at and see who's, you know, when momentum turns and when guys are landing more, and I just don't see how these guys don't see what everybody else sees. You know how many times I've been on the set of The Ultimate Fighter? We're all like, all right, we're going to a final round. They're like, no, the other guy won 2 rounds of nothing. You know, it happens all the time. It's a tough thing right now. You know, and believe me, because of all the old, you know, I used to be that guy when I was watching boxing. I used to go, oh, Don King fixed this fight. You know, I used to say all that stuff too, and I'm sure that's what a lot of people think when they see a fight that doesn't go the way it goes in the UFC. But the reality is, I'll tell you the truth, exactly how I felt about a fight, whether I thought it was good or bad, or who won or who lost. And you know, we have absolutely no say. They could give a shit what I think about it.
Question for Kane over here. Congratulations, first of all. You got a big response from the LA crowd. Can you talk a little bit about what that meant to you? I think it's the first time I've noticed you get a reception like that. And also, Dana's been hasn't committed anything, but do you feel ready for a title shot, or would you want more experience?
I know I need to get better, but you know, I came in the sport to be the champion. I want that belt, and you know, whoever wins between the fight of Lesnar and Carwin, that's what I want. And you know, the crowd today was awesome. Ever since the first press conference we've had, it was, you know, I felt really good to be here, and just feel like a second home with all the people behind me.
Dana, would you hold this decision against California and not wanting to come back here?
No, absolutely not. Dude, if that was the case, we wouldn't be anywhere. We'd be, I don't know where we'd go.
Shogun? You know, obviously, the big thing right after the fight is, will there be a rematch? Is that something that immediately comes to your mind, or do you not even have a second to think about that yet?
Com certeza eu penso, o Dan aceitando, ele outro aceitando, eu luto com ele a hora que ele quiser, o dia que ele quiser, no lugar que ele quiser.
Of course, I'm thinking about the rematch all the time ever since the fight was called. And if that's Dana's wish and Lyoto's wish, I'll fight him anywhere, anytime, wherever, whatever. It's just a matter of people wanting to put the fight together.
Did he say anything to you? I missed if there were any words exchanged after the fight. Did he say that, yeah, we have to do this again, or did you guys not talk much right after?
Não conversamos nada, não.
No, we didn't speak at all. Only thank you, good fight, and that's it.
And since you feel like you won this fight, and a lot of people would agree with you, would there be any change in game plan, or would you just come back with the same thing because you felt like it worked against them?
Não, acho que todo mundo acha que eu ganhei a luta, então faria a mesma coisa.
Well, I think everybody thinks that I won the fight, so I will do the same strategy and do the same and win it and hopefully get the win.
Question for Shogun, right here. I wonder if you can elucidate on what your strategy was. It seemed like the kicks were very effective, and Machida had been so elusive, and you were the first guy really to hit him consistently. Can you talk about what you saw that maybe made him available to be hit more than he'd been in the past?
tua distância um pouco acertada de você, que funcionasse entre detalhes do porquê, como você fez isso.
O Lyoto é um cara duro que eu e minha equipe estudamos o jogo dele já há mais de 5 meses atrás, já estava adorando nas lutas deles. A gente estudou o jogo dele, todo mundo tirou a sua opinião, a gente chegou numa conclusão e começamos a treinar em cima disso. Então acho que a estratégia deu certo, mas infelizmente eu sou feliz com a minha performance, mas não com o resultado. Então acho que eu fiquei feliz com a minha estratégia para a luta.
Well, Lyoto is a very tough fighter, and we have been watching him and paying attention to his fights, studying his fights for like 5 months. And we have been, my team and I watched a lot of his tapes, talked a lot, and we came to the conclusion and agreed on a strategy that we thought would work. And I think I was able to implement the strategy well enough. And I'm very happy with my performance, but I'm very disheartened with the result. So that's it.
Question's actually for Anthony. Another impressive knockout at 170. Now, you mentioned that your injury had kind of played into your weight issues. How do you really feel about keeping it at 170 and be able to make weight, and how far you feel you are along as far as in the division, as far as getting a shot or for your timeline?
My weight is fine. You know, like I said, I had that injury and it really held me back a little bit from doing what I needed to do, and I got out of shape. But that's nobody's fault but mine. And as far as whatever else you just said, it's just whenever I get the chance, I guess I get it,
Congratulations on the win. And also, in college, you had to wrestle against a lot of guys who were, 270, 280, a lot bigger than you. And in MMA, this is probably the first really big guy that you've gone against. I mean, do you feel that your power and your wrestling technique, as far as fighting bigger guys, has improved? And how does that make you feel going into the fact that if you go against Carwin or Lesnar, you're going against a guy who's going to have 25, 30 pounds on you?
Just with my wrestling background, I've always competed against bigger guys. Wrestling was weight class was 285, so guys are going 290, almost 300 pounds. I've been the guys I train with now are that big, so I'm just used to it. This is the weight I've chosen to fight at, and I mean, I don't feel like any need to cut down or anything. So this is what I'm going to do.
I don't mean cut down. I mean, but do you feel like that? Yeah. That now you're a superior wrestler than when you were in college, when your control and all that is that you've improved in that aspect of the game, and you're going to be better equipped or more confident against bigger guys than even in your college days.
No, I think in college I've always wrestled against bigger guys, and it's no different now. The weight class is just 65, so guys are coming heavy. I think I'm right in the middle, but I feel good at this weight.
Two quick questions, one to Lyoto. Do you think you won the fight? And Dana, when you hear the fans boo your champion, your main eventer like that after the fight, what goes through your mind?
That sucks. You never want to hear people booing the main event. It's unfortunate, and I'm sure that's why I truly believe. I think this will be a good rematch. I think they're both going to come in and not make the same mistakes they made in this first fight. They're going to come in and each one of them is going to try to win decisively.